Okay.
It might be a little crooked, everybody.
Hi.
Morning.
Good morning. It's not morning, is it?
Somewhere in the world it is.
Okay. Well, good morning. And the Tumble says good morning also. Dougie is running around. What are we doing today?
We're listening to Taylor Swift's new album.
What's it called?
I don't know. The Tortured Poets Department. There.
We're gonna listen to the Tortured Poets Department, and as you can see, we are in person again. Yay! And I have my All Too Well sweater on because we didn't get merch until like a couple hours ago. So we've got me, we've got Betta, we've got Tumbles, and we are going to listen to the album. Are you excited?
Yep.
Cool. What song are you excited for?
Fortnite.
Okay, besides Fortnite, because it has Post Malone, so he's very excited about it. Besides Fortnite.
That's the only one. For now.
Okay then.
What song are you excited for? Why do you always pick on me?
Well, I just asked you first. You always ask me first. What did I say yesterday? Did I say yesterday?
Caribou?
No. Oh yeah, I did say that yesterday. Or no, wait, I didn't tell you that yesterday though. But I did say Clairvaux, and
You
I'm
said
excited.
it a while ago, but
I think so. But anyways, I'm excited for Clairvaux, so that's one that I'm gonna go with. Because you have a thing where we can only pick one, so I'm gonna pick one, and that's Clairvaux. For now. We'll see how this goes.
for now.
We're ready?
At the end of the day, at the end of the album, we'll probably have more.
Most likely. But we're gonna see how this goes, and there's a music video happening tomorrow, and there's I don't know whatever else is happening, but I'm gonna go before I drop the camera.
Bye, camera.
To the Tortured Poets Department, and he just almost knocked it out of my hands. And we don't really have much snacks because we're more focused on like the music, and I usually get really thirsty instead of hungry, so
She has plenty of drinks. She has water.
I do have water. That's a good thing. But anyways, without further ado, I don't know how you say it.
Ladies and gentlemen, let the show begin.
Hello, everybody of the internet.
The interwebs.
I don't know why we started like that, but this is our
Kind of review, summary, whatever.
our thoughts,
Our
like
enjoyment
of
the album.
The Tortured Poets Department, as you will have known by the title, and so we're just gonna like talk about it.
So literally, it's like part 2 of the part we originally started.
We just filmed, and because we got really like distracted because we were like, oh, the songs, and then we got 15 new ones, and we were like, oh, and
well, there's that.
So we're gonna talk about all of them quickly and just give you like some thoughts. Yeah.
All right, let's get going. The Tortured Poets Department. Still my favorite.
Wait, you skipped a track.
Oops. Sorry, everybody. So, starting up. Number 1. Fortnite.
Yeah, Fortnite. Do you like
Post Malone.
Do you like Fortnite?
I really enjoyed it, but it's a ridiculously confusing song. Is she playing mind games with everybody now? Because that's funny.
You think that's confusing? Like, we haven't even gotten to the... Okay. No, I think this one's interesting because it has a music video. And the one thing that I've noticed being blind and, like, watching her do music videos, number one, they're pretty cool. But, like, the thing I've noticed is that people will analyze them and break them down in a lot of different ways depending on, like, how they see it, if that makes sense. And it's kind of interesting to see which, like, who's gonna break down what music video, because there's like different facets of the fandom and the fan, you know, and then they'll like
and everybody has their own interpretation of everything.
And so it's kind of interesting. So like, you know, and so this one, the same thing, was this music video, and you know, different people break it down in different ways, and it was kind of fascinating. I love the song, love the music video, is pretty interesting. Yeah.
The Tortured Poets Department.
Who's Lucy?
Like,
Sorry.
Who's Lucy? Like, literally, who's Lucy?
Because I know who Jack is, but like,
Oh my
because
God.
obviously everyone knows Jack, right? Because
But a really, really, really fun song.
I love the song though, and also like she says, "Who uses typewriters anyway?" Me. That's who. Because because when you use it like a braille machine, if you're blind, some people use braille machines. I haven't used one in a while,
So
but
you guys can look them up for anybody that's curious. It's called a
Perkins Brailler, and it is a typewriter. It looks like a lot like a typewriter,
with the exception that it doesn't have like the all the keys, like all the different letters.
All the different letters.
It just has like one row of, well, it's one full row with a massive button in the center, which replicates your space. And then it has on either end of the unit a little like button lever thingy. It's like because it goes down. Yeah, like the one goes down. Lever. And maybe we should do like a whole separate video on Braille machines. So one of them, like the one on the left, helps your page move out. Like as you're typing, you need to go to a new line.
To a new line. Yeah.
Just hit the one on the left, and
it's kind of like hitting an enter button.
Right.
And the one on the right
allows you to backspace, but unfortunately, it doesn't erase the dots.
No. So yeah, I mean, long story short, it's a typewriter. It's classified as a typewriter and it looks a little bit like a typewriter, a lot like a typewriter. And so yeah, to answer her question, who uses typewriters in any way?
We do.
We do. So thank you for that.
My boy only breaks his favorite toys. Honestly, that's a really cute title and a really cute song.
It is. It's such a cute song because it's like I'm the queen of the sandcastles, and it's so fun. I love it. It's such a fun, catchy little tune, and it sticks in the brain. I think it's cool. But yeah.
Down Bad.
Down Bad. I love this song. It's the one with the aliens. Where she's like I think it's so fun and interesting. I don't know.
It's hard to like put on a full explanation for each song because number one, the video would be like 10 hours long.
Yeah.
And number two, like some of these songs are so unique. So anybody who hasn't listened to the album, feel free to listen to it because
it's definitely,
it makes you think, but at the same time, there's thousands of ways each song could be interpreted.
Yeah, and obviously she uses the folklore Evermore-esque thing where she writes from character, like, writes the characters and stuff like that, James and Betty and those people from folklore. And so she kind of does the same here with some of these songs. So there's also that, which is kind of cool. And it makes them very interesting to kind of analyze. But yeah, if we spent time analyzing each song, we'd be sitting here for 10 hours. Yeah. Because we have a lot to say. But yeah, the Down Bad is cool. I love it. It's catchy, it's fun, and it's very cosmic.
So long, London. Blow. Okay. Well, apparently she's leaving London. She's leaving everything that has to do with London behind. So, well, bye-bye, London.
So long, London. I think it's really, at the end, the beginning starts really pretty. I love the start of the song. Because it has like a little chorus, choir, Yeah, I think it's cool.
So for the next one, it's But Daddy, I Love Him. Well, no. Honestly, I don't have much to say on that one, so I'll leave it to Emma.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, I guess it's pretty, it's fun, it's catchy, it's a Little Mermaid reference, and so that's cool. And she's always loved the Little Mermaid. I can talk, apparently.
Very excited.
And yeah, so I think it's cool. It's a fun song. It's a very like, you guys can say whatever I want, but I'm gonna do what makes me happy type of song, and I think that's always cool. So yeah.
Fresh Out the Slammer.
I love this song.
I really enjoy this one.
I love this song. It gives kind of James Betty folklore vibes at the end because they talk about, I'm coming home on with the porch light, and that kind of references Betty, the song Betty as well. And I think it's so cool.
It's a very pretty song.
And I love this one. So yeah. And I like that it changes at the end. Like it changes the melody and the tempo changes.
Alright, for everybody who pays attention, next one is Florida, but it's not just any basic Florida. It's Florida with 3 exclamation points. Something big is going down in Florida. I found this song interesting because it kind of I don't know, gives like the serial killer vibe.
That's so funny.
I don't know. It's entertaining.
It's so funny because she talked about how she watched a lot of true crime stuff, and how everyone just, you know, they commit a crime and then they pack up and move to Florida. Like, they change their own name and everything. So for you to mention that it gives serial killer vibes is very funny to me. But yeah, it's a fun song. Florence and the Machine is in it. And I guess they're leaving everything behind and they're going to bury their
little secrets.
Their secrets in Florida. Yay, you know?
All right. I guess the judge declared her guilty of sin. So
it's a question mark. It's a question mark. Huh? She's drowning in the Blue Nile. Is like the first, or no, I don't know if she's drowning in the Blue Nile, or if the person in, like, the other person that she's singing about is drowning in the Blue Nile. But it's a river that flows through parts of Africa, so I thought that was cool because, you know,
the Blue Nile.
Okay. It's very catchy. She mentions like reputation, kind of, because she says something about the locked in lowercase in a vault or something. So I'm guessing that means like the Reputation vault tracks. I'm very excited. But I like it. It's catchy. It's fun. I want to know who's drowning in the Blue Nile and why, because it's such a, you know, it's such an interesting thing to say. But no, I love the song. That's, yeah, cool. Thoughts?
Who's afraid of little old me?
Go ahead.
That one amuses me. It amuses me way too much.
Really?
Because, like, literally, it's a reference to so many things. Like, the title alone, just, Who's Afraid of Little Old Me, it speaks, like, to, you know, oh, you're harmless type of thing. But at the same time, you don't know who or what you're facing.
Yeah.
Like, you get to be around it, and it's like, what?
I was like, well, who's afraid of little old me? You should be. It's cool. It speaks about like how she has to go through all of these different things, and I guess at the end of the day, she's a human who went through a lot of, like, who goes through human things, and any human is gonna get like tired at some point and want to fight back. So it's kind of cool. It's a very song. I like it.
I can fix him. No, really, I can't.
Someone said something about this one's like a follow-up to Cowboy Like Me or something. I think I saw somewhere. I don't know. It's obviously a character piece song. Like, it's
definitely a character piece.
You know, but I like the story line, because she's like, oh, I can fix him, and then she's like, whoa, maybe I can't. Oops, my bad. It's fun. I like her character songs also.
Okay, I'll let number 12's title to you.
Why? LOML?
LOML. There you go. So thoughts?
Oh, it's so pretty.
The title confused me.
It was very funny.
What?
It's very interesting, and it's all lowercase, so that's kind of fascinating too.
It's like it's referencing, like, there's like a coded message within the title, so I don't know. Guys, put yourselves on it and see who can solve the little mystery.
I feel like, yeah, I'm curious to see if someone does find something. That's kind of interesting. I never thought about it like that, but hey, maybe. It's pretty. There's a piano. I love piano. It's very soft, and I like the melody. I don't know. Thoughts?
None.
There you go.
I could do it with a broken heart.
This one's so fun.
This one's an interesting one. And I will mention from time to time, there's songs that, like, I'll point out, like, songs that are supposed rumors flying around. We're not going to cover the rumors because, again, it's to each their own interpretation.
Yeah, and that would take 10 hours.
You know, that would take a while because, I mean, we have opinions about each song and, like
in depth.
Yeah.
You know, we discussed them a lot, but we just wanted to come and share, like, you know,
but this song's really fun.
But this song is really fun. And I guess, yeah, you know, it's about that thing where, like, you kind of have to put on a brave face regardless.
You need to hide whatever it is that you're going through internally.
Yeah, and she's a performer and all that stuff, and it's hard. I mean, it's
I mean, I feel for her because she's had to deal with a lot in her life.
Yeah,
and you know, some of like her followers take for granted her music, and well, they take her for granted because I mean, at the end of the day, she's a human being with feelings, emotions, and sometimes we forget about that.
Yeah, and I think it's important to like remember that, and there's a lot of that in this album where she's like, "Hey, I'm a human being, and I'm not just an entity, you know.
I'm not a business or a brand.
Exactly, I'm a human being."
Which there's a lot of people that seem to think that of others.
Yeah, and
especially nowadays.
Yeah, and she also says, we kind of joke about how I'm the family business and stuff. She's not a business, and I feel like that's a very important part of this album is that she's a human being, and I think people forget that about people sometimes,
especially big people like her.
Yeah, so yeah, I can do it with a broken heart.
The smallest man who ever lived.
Thoughts?
This one's interesting.
This is an interesting song.
Because literally it has so many angles, but the meaning to me is she's talking about someone here who's hurt her deeply, who's hurt her grievously, and who has left her with lifelong trauma that she's going to have to deal with always.
I think the interesting thing about the song also is that she mentions how this person has done something very despicable and they're not going to get time for it in the sense, she doesn't think they're walking, they're kind of just walking around, they're hiding in plain sight. She says, you'll just slide into the inboxes and she like mentions all of those things, and it's really sad because there are people like that and they do terrible things to other people, and because of whatever reason, they never kind of pay the consequences. So I hope,
and at least in most cases, it's usually somebody really close to that person.
Yeah, I was gonna say, so, it's always the person. It's typically
the person who everybody
thinks is the best, and it's the people
the greatest or the nicest,
and the people. I've always said, like, if somebody has to convince you over and over again, oh, look at me, I'm such a good person. They're not a good person. Yeah, they're not. Especially if they like kind of do it publicly and social media style, like, look at me, I'm a good person.
And they constantly tell others.
Yeah, and they tell everyone. Yeah, so I think
Two-Face.
We're getting deep. Okay.
The Alchemy.
The Alchemy.
I honestly don't have any comments on this one.
I don't know. Yeah. It's I feel like I had something to say and I don't remember what it was because I had some really like a profound thing to say, but something it's very fun, it's catchy, it's interesting because I think it's one of those songs where I think all of them are. I think the whole point of this album is that she wanted people to kind of actually read the lyrics and look at them closely and pay attention to what she's saying. Versus just like, oh, we're taking kind of this and just kind of at face value type style. And I think this is definitely one of those songs where it's interesting if you look at it. Like if you read the lyrics to it. Yeah.
Clara Bow. Sorry about that.
You're good.
Bow.
I like the direction this one went in.
It's a really pretty song.
Except
I know I say that a lot, but honestly, there's so much going on with the album that it's really hard for me to like. So she's doing a lot more of this video than I will because there's a lot going on. I'm
just rambling, and I'm also like he's kind of the person who will say something and then be like, Clara Bow's cool. I think it's a take on like women, and like, she said something about women in the industry and how they're like, oh, you remind us of this person, but you're so much better. The only thing that's sad about this song is that she kind of insults herself at the end. So if I ever do, because she does. She says you got more than she'll ever have or something like that. And yeah, or if I ever do a cover of this one, I will. This is the one and only time that I hope everyone will forgive me for changing a lyric, because I'll change it so that she's not insulted. So the like none of them are insulted, right? Because the other two, Clara Bow and Stevie Nicks, aren't insulted either. So it would be nice to do that for Her as well. If I ever do a cover of it. Well, we'll see. That's a good song.
The Black Dog.
Black Dog, you were excited about this one.
I was, and I still like it.
Good.
It's a really fun song.
I'm very glad. I think it's catchy. It's fun. It's kind of cool. It's not what I like. It was a fun direction to take the song in,
and I had to stretch my nose.
Okay. So yeah, I think that's cool. Oh, and we've moved on to the 15 songs now. The Black Dog. This is the second portion, the part 2,
or what we call the second album, or what she titled the second album. This is
the anthology.
Anthology.
Okay.
You want to do 18?
What? Sure.
Gonna...
Oh. You want me to do all of those? And I was like, wait, I know it's one of those. I'm gonna get you back.
There you go.
Why do you want me to do that?
Because it's funny. Why do I have to do all the reading?
Because you have the phone this time. What the heck? Okay. No. Yeah, it is fun. I'm gonna get you back. Okay, well, you made me do that, so what are your thoughts on it then?
I don't have any. That's the thing. You're catching me like I don't have my thoughts in order. There's too much going on with the album, as I said many times before. It's just hard to put it all together. We basically just made this video to be like, we love the album, and here's the songs, and this is what we love, and because it's great. But like, our opinions would take 10 hours, like our in-depth analyses. And we're limited on time, unfortunately, today. Yeah. But you know,
so
if you guys want a more in-depth thing, we can actually do it.
Yeah, let us know in the comments if you guys want that. But this is fun. It's a fun, catchy song. I love when she's just like, "Ha, you're not getting away from me no matter how hard you try, sucker." It's fun. I like that.
The Albatross. This one's fun. I really like this one because she literally describes escaping a situation, being in like so much trouble, and at least in my opinion. And
well, she's the Albatross, right?
Yeah,
so she's like rescuing someone.
She's
no,
rescuing
I think
somebody
she says
from her situation.
She's from their situation.
Her, his, whatever.
No, but yeah, I mean, well, I think it is I don't know. I think it is a she. I have no idea.
The thing is, with a lot of people interpret a lot of these songs as if they were directed towards an adult. But sometimes I wonder how many of them are directed to a child or a teenager or a kid. Or maybe, like, she's viewing herself in a double perspective, like rescuing herself as a teenager, or rescuing her teenage self from maybe like the life that she's currently leading.
Yeah, maybe.
Because there's a lot of stuff that happens in her current life that we don't see.
I think that's also interesting because she does have a thing throughout her songs, like she's had it since the beginning of her career, where she uses, and she still does it, uses very child metaphors and like references and that kind of stuff. And so I think that's an interesting thing that you just said, because I think it's worth thinking about.
Chloe or Sam or Sophia or
Marcus. I think this is interesting. I'm not entirely sure what this is.
I don't have any
but
I think it's fascinating.
I think it's cool. It's a lovely, and I love Aaron Dessner, so go Aaron and Jack, because we forgot to shout out Jack. So go Jack, go Aaron, yay.
How did it end?
Oh, this is the we hereby conduct this post-mortem thing that we were. Yeah. That was fun. I think it's cool. It's a nice like piano song. It's very sad. It kind of sounds like she's singing. There's like these people in town, and they like gossip about what happened to you, and they're like, oh, what happened? Like, how did this end or whatever. They don't really want to know because they care. It's more like we want the story, we want the news, So yeah, but it's a cool song. I like it. That's all I have though.
So high school.
It's very like 2000s Disney-esque.
It is. It's really cool for that reason.
Yeah, it's like very, it's like it's fun. It's like 2000s like High School Musical camp rock style. It's like something I'd see on the Disney Channel, and I like that. Like, it's fun. It's a fun song.
I hate it here.
As a bird is screaming. Thoughts?
No, it just feels like there's a situation she's in that she does not want to be in.
Well, yeah, because she talks about going to the Secret Garden. I love that book and movie, and I know there's a musical. I haven't seen it, but I heard the play and like on the radio play and everything. I was obsessed with the Secret Garden, and she mentions that, and I love that. But yeah, I do agree. Sounds like it's about something. Somebody hates it somewhere, wherever here is, and hopefully they get out of wherever
that situation.
Yeah.
Thank you, Amy, with the A, the I, and the M capitalized, and the double ER not. That is really intriguing.
Amy, it's kind of interesting.
There's a reason why that's that way.
Yeah, I think so. I think there's a reason why that's that way, and the reason why Amy is spelled like with an E instead of how you like Amy.
And again, guys, this is another one of those that has a bunch of rumors swirling around it. So
I think they all do. Yeah. To be honest with you, I think every song and
like saying like the ones that are more
like most
prominent.
Well, yeah, I know we skipped a few of them that were but I think that's what I'm saying. I think that they all do. I think that the one thing that people, I don't know if I've seen people talk about, is that the A isn't capitalized and it's the first letter of the name of Amy's name, and it kind of, when you give something a name, it means that they're kind of important in your life currently. And by not capitalizing the name, she's like, you don't have a hold on me. Like, so whoever it is,
whoever this person
isn't holding her down at this point. And I think that's cool. And that's the moral of this, right? So, yeah.
I look in people's windows. To me, this one, like, just when I looked at the title, and I'm just being honest with everybody, is like, she's a person trapped in a situation, a lifestyle, and she looks at other people, like, looks at through people's windows and sees a life she wish she could have.
Okay, that's kind of interesting. So when you heard the song, what did you think? Because obviously the song is, it's interesting because it sounds like she's looking for someone.
It sounds to me like she's looking for somebody, and she hasn't found that person yet.
Yeah, she's like, I'm looking in all of these different places, hoping to, like, just in case I see you there. So it's kind of like, I'm trapped, you're trapped, we need to find each other. Did anyone else hear the bird?
I did.
Cool.
There's like a little cute
There's a little bird. There's a little birdie in there. I think this is really cute. It's a cute little bird.
The prophecy, everybody.
This one is so pretty, but so sad. It's like, we've touched on it before, but it's about this, because she mentions how, like, she just wants somebody who wants to be there for her because she's her and not because she's, like, the business, right? Or the brand or the trademark that persona.
Everybody wants to live off of.
That everyone wants to live off of.
Currently
and
past.
Everybody, and everybody, and like everyone wants something, and what can you do for me? It's more like
give me, but I'm not going to give you anything.
Give me, but I'm not going to give you anything, and I'm going to do whatever I want, and you need to...
Whether I make you look horrible or I make you look bad.
Whatever. It doesn't matter because...
It doesn't matter as long as I get what I want.
And obviously you have no feelings because you have all the money in the world, so why would you have feelings type of thing.
And of course, money buys everything.
Yeah, of course, naturally, right? So that's... and I think this song is really sad because it's very much about, like, I just want somebody who wants to be with me because of the person that I am and not the idea
what I can give you.
Yeah, and the idea of me. And that's it's very sad. It's very pretty.
Cassandra.
She's like the prophet that could see the future, but no one believed her, I believe is what I heard.
Yeah.
It's an interesting song, though. The blood is thick, but the payroll, something like that, was an interesting... Wasn't it? I don't know if that's exactly the line, but that was an interesting line to me. And yeah, it's an interesting song. Sounds like Mad Woman, so it's fun.
Hello, Peter.
Peter and Wendy.
It's a Peter Pan song.
It's a Peter Pan, like it's Peter Pan and Wendy, and she says, and she talks about Peter and Wendy and Cardigan. So I just figured,
really pretty song.
And she mentions like the Lost Boys or whatever. Yeah. It's Peter and Wendy. I just okay. It's fun.
The Bolter, ladies and gentlemen. The
Bolter. Oh, this is interesting.
What movie did I tell you this reminded me of?
8 Seconds? Is that the movie?
No. It's the one where the girl runs away.
Runaway Bride. Runaway Bride, yes. Runaway Bride.
Literally, when I read the title and when I started hearing the song, I'm like, this is what this reminds me of. Like, literally.
It's interesting, yeah. And then, again, like, right, she just wanted to be, like, loved and, like, seen and had...
And not necessarily for, like, what she can offer.
For what she can offer, but for her as a human being. And I think it's interesting that she sings this one in, like, a third person.
Yeah.
Thing.
Robin. Again,
there's a bird.
For me, everybody.
There's a bird. There's a bird in the song. No, there's like a bird in the song. Yeah.
But on top of that, for me, it's another. People can say whatever they want. My opinion of this song is that it's being written to a child or sang to a child, like about a child. It's a very interesting song.
I think so. I think it's a very interesting song, and I think I think it's interesting that she has a song called The Albatross, and then she has a song called Robin, and like the albatross is this massive bird, and it's like, you know, it's robins are this little bird,
little guys,
and it's a little, and it's like a symbol of good luck and new beginnings and wishes and stuff like that. And I think it's precious, and you know, yeah, that's like I said, and I think we've said it a bunch of times. I think people should. I think this album especially is very much like, hey, read the lyrics, you know what I mean, and kind of take a look at it.
Finally, the manuscript, everybody.
The story isn't mine anymore is the last line of that song, and I think that's so interesting because everyone kind of interprets it. It's a whole play on, like, you know, everyone kind of interprets her stuff and anyone's stuff really to whatever it is that they want to interpret it as, and so it does become not essentially like not your story anymore, right? Because it becomes everybody else's story.
Yep.
And I think that's an interesting way to end the album, and it's such a pretty little song. It's piano.
And honestly, like, in my opinion, this was an album that she did to try to show people that she's a human still.
Exactly.
She's always going to be a human.
Yeah.
Because right now, lots of us take her for granted, but one day she's going to retire, she's going to leave the music world, and everybody's going to realize what an amazing human she is.
And I hope that, like, you know, when she does do that, because I can imagine that this would take a toll on the person, and you can see that it's taking a toll on her, that she, like, finds her happy place, right? And that she can enjoy herself.
Be happy.
And just
everything like that.
Yeah.
Alright, guys. I think we're done for this one.
We are. Thank you guys for watching.
Wonderful time. Enjoy the video. Comment, like, subscribe. Let us know what your thoughts in the comments. If you want to see a more in-depth video, we can definitely do that.
Definitely.
But thank you for joining us.
Bye.